We all know by now Xbox looks to be really expanding its horizon as it pertains to how and where you play your games. So, without further ado, let's get into the bigger story of it all. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So, in the words of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, Internet, what do you guys want to talk about? So, over the weekend, I was somehow in the middle of a big story online, and this pertains to Xbox's alleged MetaQuest 3S, which is supposed to be coming out today, if not by the time you see this here video. Also, I just finished making that Xbox story video, whatever have you, and yeah, boom, the thing came out. So, yay! Like, my source is validated, I'm validated, Game Sandwich is validated. That's good. That's very good. So yeah, back to the original video. Good job, everybody. But to kind of go over that story real quick, let's get into what I had to say. Again, it's very weird citing myself, but that's the way the story is. And shout out to Game Sandwich, which, if you didn't know, that's the gaming news website I work with nowadays to break stories like this. Oh yeah, I'm also kind of part owner and do their video work, so if you want to see more content from me, go check them out. Quote, our source also claims the Xbox MetaQuest 3 is priced at $399 US. The contents of this release include a black and green headset with matching accessories, an Elite strap, an Xbox wireless controller, and 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Internally, it will have the same standard memory of the MetaQuest 3S at 128 gigs. Essentially, it's a newly colored MetaQuest 3S with various Xbox add-ons. Now, at face value, you kind of sit there and say, okay, this is just a different colored MetaQuest 3, and what's the bigger story here? Well, I think this is exactly where Xbox's messaging within the whole "this is an Xbox" campaign really starts to shine. Now, the central messaging behind that campaign was you can play your Xbox games whenever and wherever you want, across a whole family of devices. The MetaQuest 3 at the time was named as such a platform, where you can play Xbox games via Xbox Cloud Gaming, and now you have a specialty Xbox edition of the Quest 3S. Now, this is where I bring in that idea that Xbox's next generation plans do include a home gaming console with a supposed Windows slant, which will grant you full access to any and all the major PC gaming storefronts like GOG, Epic Game Store, and of course the biggest of them all being Steam. Now, this is exactly where I think Microsoft is setting this larger foundation for the larger ecosystem that is Xbox. Plus, let's just say, while I don't know if this part is true, I'm merely just speculating, but let's just say you can connect this VR headset to that brand new Xbox. That's essentially a PC in disguise. And quite suddenly, the Xbox ecosystem has yet another branch on the tree. And I assume by the time we get that new Xbox, we'd already have the Xbox ROG Ally X, this new MetaQuest 3S Xbox Edition, and who knows what else. So right there's a ton of new and unique ways to play your games. And now Xbox has put Game Pass in front of as many gamers as humanly possible. Which, I want to add, that's been their main goal right along, to get your Xbox games wherever you want across so many devices like your phone, your PC, your laptop, your tablets, the VR headsets, pretty much everything else. They're doing exactly what they were saying. Now, while we are talking about Xbox, let's talk about a new story coming from Tom Warren and The Verge. Quote, Microsoft is starting to test its new aggregated gaming library in its Xbox PC app on Windows. Xbox insiders will now be able to see their Steam and Battle.net games all within the Xbox app this week, making it a single launcher for most installed PC games. This new consolidated library will roll out on the Xbox app later this year, as well as new devices like the ROG Xbox Ally handhelds. It's part of Microsoft's efforts to make the Xbox app on Windows the home of PC gaming, and compete with Steam and SteamOS by combining Windows and Xbox. So, as you can see, Xbox is really trying to consolidate their games library in a singular place. And while I do think it's going to be kind of difficult to compete with Steam in that way, they're trying to make Xbox the place to play your PC games. And at the same time, they're also trying to give you as many avenues to Xbox Game Pass as humanly possible. Which again, when we look at the rising cost of video games nowadays and everything going up in price, suddenly Xbox Game Pass is yet the best deal in gaming. But it's always been that way. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this one off to you guys. What do you think about all this? Also, real quick, if you've made it to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. If you're brand new here, what's up? It's nice to see you guys. And just thank you for all the support around this story. You know, growing up, I always loved video games. I always watched things like G4, X-Play, and all that. And to think that I broke a story like this, no matter how big or small it is, it still means the world to me, and seeing you guys support that, again, not to get too emotional, but it does mean a lot to me. I mean, it's been a whirlwind to see this story on, like, Kinda Funny, on Spawn Wave. Jay Wood talked about my videos. These are people, like, I based this channel around. This is why I got into this. It's because of channels like that. And yeah, just thank you from the bottom of my heart, supporting this channel, supporting Game Sandwich. It goes without saying, I appreciate every single one of you guys. But before I start getting too emotional, that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.